Hey girl, hey, let's talk about probably the hardest to shop for person on your Christmas list, and that's your husband or the men in your life. Unlike with my what I got my kids for Christmas, I can't exactly tell you what I got or am getting my husband for Christmas because unlike my kids, they don't watch my YouTube videos, but unfortunately for you and me, I have a supportive husband who does watch my YouTube videos, so I can't exactly tell him right now what I got him for Christmas because that's kind of ruining the surprise. So we're gonna go through and I have lists of everything, you kind of from stocking stuffer level around $7.99, starting there and going all the way up to $1,600. So depending on your budget, we've got a wide variety of things and interests. So hopefully something on this list will fit the fella in your life that you need to buy a Christmas present for if you were just like scratching your head for ideas. Because I genuinely feel like, and this is a consensus from even a lot of you that I've heard from, guys are hard to shop for. So if you are excited to hear what we've got on this list that we've compiled together, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. If you need more Christmas motivation in your life, click that red subscribe button. Would love to be your virtual cleaning bestie the rest of the year as well here on my channel. But with no further ado, let's get into the list. So I will have the entire list linked down below so that you can go through and check it out. And as I find things, I'm also going to be adding to it. So if you want to kind of peruse the list and maybe save it for later, that way you can come back and then I will have that down below and you can check it all out. But in no particular order, starting out is first and foremost shirts. So I've been actually buying my husband some of these shirts to kind of revamp his wardrobe because Lord knows it needed it. He has worn it through so many. And these have been really great, very comfortable feeling shirts. So he's enjoyed them. They're in that $20 range, between $20 and $30 depending on the color and when you catch them on sale or not. But these have been great. My hubby is not a long sleeve all the time kind of guy. So these work a lot better for him year round. And then he can throw a jacket on top of it or a hoodie or sweatshirt or something if he needs to kind of warm up and layer. But for the most part, these have been great for him and he's enjoyed those. Another thing we have on the list is this little stool for working on the cars. I have a car guy as a hubby and he also, like I have other car guys in my family. They tinker, they work on things. We are very DIY in my family and especially the fellas. So they have this on the wish list. It's pretty cool to be able to like pull it around. It makes a great seat for when you're working on things down low and being able to do things. So that is on there and it's in around a $45 range. Next up on the list, and I think this is a great one. I personally added this to the list and I think it would be great to organize, but it's this little thing here and it is for watches. You can put your phone there to charge it, headphones, all that good stuff. So you can kind of do like an empty your pockets and that can be like the drop zone, whether you have it sitting in your closet or in the bathroom on a shelf, counter, something like that. This could be a really great kind of utility thing for. It's one of those things for the guy, you just don't really know what to get him, but he loves, maybe he's like my husband, he loves watches and he has this whole collection of things he carries in his pockets every day. This makes a really great drop zone for that and it's just under $40, or at least right now, so not too expensive of a gift, but that could be really helpful and handy. Now next up for my tool guys, these are handy, they like to have their stuff. And maybe this is also secretly for you because you want to have your garage maybe a little bit more organized than it is right now, but that is this thing. It was actually an attachment. You can mount it to the wall so it gets things up and off the floor, off the counters, off shelves. Kind of gives it a place to organize. So if he has lots of drills, batteries, that sort of thing, this can be a really cool tool. It's around $50, so you can get that and be able to attach it to the wall and be able to do that. Just make sure, well, you probably wouldn't, maybe you may or may not be the one installing it, but just make sure it goes into some studs and something really strong. You know, it's just not something you want to put in sheetrock because it could come tumbling down. That's not going to be fun. So be sure to maybe pull out the stud finder for that one. And then I added this to the list because it just cracked me up so much. If you have a hubby that, and I feel like most people have someone in their life that does this, but if they take a very extremely long time in the bathroom, not that they need anything else to keep them in the bathroom, but this is just, it's kind of like a gag gift. It's under $20 and I just think it's hilarious. So maybe it's a funny white elephant present, or like if you have to like do a or maybe it's not white elephant, but that exchange where you can like steal the presents. I can't think of it right now. I'm sure some of you guys drop it in the comments because my brain is like not remembering right now. But if you needed a funny, like weird, random, wacky gift, this could be one of those. Like I don't know why I find this so funny. Next up on the list is this little MagSafe phone holder. Now my husband has one of these in his car and he absolutely loves it. It's a great spot to like stick his phone, especially in our state. It's a hands-free state, and a lot of states here in the US are moving to that where you can't be holding your phone, like talking on it, holding the phone. So you do have to do something like that. If you're pulling up maps on your phone, your GPS, whatnot, and you don't maybe have a GPS screen, this can be a great thing. And a lot of the new phones, they have the little MagSafe cases, or MagSafe, the phone is actually MagSafe itself, so you can do different stuff. But this is really handy. It could be a great stocking stuffer. It's around that $20 range, so it's a little bit more on the pricier side, but it's something small. So if you wanted to put it in like a stocking, or if maybe you and your spouse just exchange stockings, that could be a fun little thing to throw in there. And I know it's something, literally my husband uses it every single day, so it is going to get used. So there's that. So there is kind of the practical side of it too. A couple of really cool things too that I saw are these little speakers. So you have this one that is a small, like really portable. It almost looks like it could like hook on like a keychain or something. That is incredibly tiny, but it is a neat little Bluetooth speaker. So if they want to play music while they're outside grilling, or maybe while they're at the golf course and they want to like have some music going there in their golf cart, or maybe they're outside working and they want something like that, that could be really cool. And then they also have this one. My husband has one of these that's really similar to that, and it works really good. He pairs it with his phone, and if he's outside and working in the backyard, or if he's working on his car or something, he'll throw on some music that way. And it's just kind of, if you're interested in like listening to music while you're working, those can be a couple of great gifts to throw in for the hubs. And they're both around $50. This one right now, I don't know if it's always like this, but it's like around $20 on sale on Amazon. I don't want to say that because Amazon prices kind of like jump around, and I don't want you to like be disappointed if you go and it's like 45 or something. But definitely check that one out because it's like 20 bucks. That's not bad. Now this is one thing that is on my husband's personal Christmas wish list, and it is this RC car. It is a Hoonigan. If anybody knows who that is and like what that is, then you'll understand. My girls are getting into like remote control things, and obviously my husband is a adult man child and loves this kind of stuff too, and so that is one of the things that he loves to get out and do things like that with the girls. So this would be a fun one for him to play with the children with, is the rationale, but I think it's more just for him. But either way, it's on the list, so that one's pretty cool. Now this is a little bit more of a practical thing, but these hand warmers, seriously, they are rechargeable, so they're not like the hot hands where you shake them up and they're kind of one and done situation there. But you can charge these up. My husband will keep his set in the car, and they are perfect for being able to pop on. If you don't have a heated steering wheel, you don't have all that stuff, and you get in the car and it's like, oh, it's so cold. So you can go ahead, pull those out. You can throw them in your pocket. So if he has to be outside very much during the day, that can be really, really helpful in these cooler, cold months. Those are handy, and they also make a great stocking stuffer. These actually come in a set of 2, so if you have like your husband, maybe a son as well, you could go ahead and throw one in each of their stockings, and that would be great. And it's around $20 for the set. Seriously, my husband has them in the car. I have some for my girls when we're out and about, and they work insanely well. And they also have different levels of heat, so it's not like blazing hot. You can kind of adjust it a little bit, but we really like ours, so suggest those highly. Now this one I personally added to the list because I just think this looks really handsome. And I mean, I feel like a man wearing this looks like he should have just stepped out of a Hallmark movie or something. So I think these are really cute and kind of look nice, but they're also like, it's a great jacket. If you're looking for something a little more practical, sometimes guys aren't great at buying themselves clothes. My husband's like, I don't know, like I like it, but I would like, do you think I'm gonna look good in it? Like, I don't know how to style myself. And so it ends up, a lot of times we ladies in their life end up being their kind of personal stylist. And so I think these are really handsome. So if you think it's really handsome, then obviously you can get it, and your husband can look handsome too, and we'll have like great looking hot husbands together. But moving on from that, the next things that I wanted to share are actually things for the guy that likes to grill in your life. So I thought these were really cool. So this one is actually a light that you can like clamp on the hood, like the lid of your grill. Part of me is like, is that gonna get too hot from the heat rising on the grill? But it gets really good reviews, so obviously it works. And then also we actually have this one, and it is a grill thermometer, so you can like pop it in and be able to like get it that perfect temperature. So if you're wanting like really great steaks and you don't want to go out to like have it eat and like go out to eat and do all that stuff, you can make some really great steaks at home and like do the whole temperature thing. And my husband has gone down this rabbit hole of like videos on Instagram and on YouTube of like grilling and cooking and all this stuff. And so we like these. They're really cool. You can do chickens with this, you like all kinds of stuff. So if you have a guy in your life that likes to grill, I will have these linked below because they are awesome. This I feel like could be though a great stocking stuffer. So they're kind of little finger gloves and they have flashlights. So if you're working on something, been so many times my husband will be outside and he'll be working on something and it's dark and it's hard to see. And so being able to kind of point the flashlight where you're actually working and touching seems really great. And so for about 12 bucks, you can get those. It could be a great stocking stuffer, or if you just have somebody that's handy and you're wanting to like throw in some other gift maybe to it, or you want something a little heftier than maybe candy in a stocking, I think these could be a great idea. This one is actually under $10, so if you're looking again for a stocking stuffer, this could be a great one. But it's like a little multi-purpose thing. It has a screwdriver, a bottle opener, it has a pen on it, it has a stylus. It's like this like whole little multi thing that they can keep in their pocket. It's about the size of an ink pen, which is pretty cool, but it's a little multi-tool, and so it can be very handy to have. So it could be a fun little stocking stuffer if your hubby is into those sorts of things. Now this one is kind of a double, like it's for everybody, honestly. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So the massage gun, these have been popular for a while, but I have a couple linked down below and they are so good. If you don't have one, you need to get one because it's, oh my gosh, it feels so good. I can say this from personal experience. My husband loves it. Like he'll use it on his arms or legs and body and things, and I will be able to, like, I can do his back and like he'll massage my back, and I'm like, oh my god. Like maybe it's just because I'm in my 30s now. Those of you that are older are probably like, you're still a spring chicken, but I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel it. And he's also in his 30s and he's starting to feel it. He's a few years further in his 30s than I am, so he's starting to feel it even more than I am. But we actually love this thing. So seriously, it is an awesome gift. It feels so good. I could go for a massage right now. Now back on the like whole outfit thing is this sweater jacket. It looks really nice. It's around that $50 range. It's something a little bit nicer. You could wear this if you are going out and you guys do things on the weekend, or he has to maybe even dress up for work. Depending on what kind of outfit your guy needs to wear, this could be a handsome jacket to wear, whether he's like working or even date night or whatever. Like these kind of things are really great. It's around $50, but I think this is a really nice looking jacket and it gets great reviews. Like a lot of people seem to like it. So definitely think this one is super, super cute. And then this could be a great gift for, I feel like, guys of any age, but it could also be a good stocking stuffer. It's just under $20, but it's a fidget pen and you can like bend it and like make things out of it. So I think that one's pretty cool, honestly. Like I could totally see somebody like sitting there like messing with it if you just needed to like de-stress and you're like, oh, maybe you don't want to chew on a pen, or like you have maybe bad stress habits or something. I could see this being a great option for that. So it could just, I don't know, it just seems interesting. It kind of intrigued me. So I'm like, that seems like something that they would like, so we'll put that on the list. This is something that is actually on my hubby's wish list, and it is this drone. It's like a racing drone. I don't fully understand it, but it's an FPV. Like you have to wear like the goggles and like it's very intense. But if your husband is into drones, my husband says this one's like really cool, and it's also at a really great price point. It's just under $200, which sounds like, oh my gosh, it's $200. But apparently for this type of drone, I've not done a ton of research on it, but he has. He's like, this is really good money, like a really good price point for what it is. It's not super expensive, but you still get a really nice drone. So if your hubby's into drones and flying stuff, or maybe I don't know, this could be cool. So it's very high on my husband's like wish list. He's like, this is so cool. Like he's obsessed and like has been watching all these YouTube videos about them and like Instagram reels and like all this stuff. Like he is down a total rabbit hole of FPV drones. So there's that. This was on a lot of the guys, or you put in what your husband has told you that he wanted for Christmas, and that's a Ridge wallet. My husband has one of these, got it for him for our anniversary a couple of years ago, and he has absolutely loved it. So those of you that have one on your list, it's amazing, and they have a great like warranty and everything for them. I know my husband's, it ended up getting scratched. He had like a gold looking one and it ended up getting scratched up, and they sent him a brand new like plates for it. And it, like, seriously, they've been a great company to like have a great warranty. It is a pricier wallet, especially like for this carbon fiber one. It's just right around $100. So it's like, like, whew, it's a little expensive for a wallet, but they have seriously, he's loved his. And there's also this little add-on that I was like, I think we should get this. And when we were first looking at them, he's like, oh, I don't need anything extra. I just want the regular wallet. But seriously, this has been great. But there's this little like slim tray that you can get that goes in there. It's like super slim. It's like the thickness of a key laying flat. But my husband can put like a door key, or if he has any like cash that he doesn't want just like loose maybe or in there, he wants to like hide it or anything like that, you can put it, it's like this little hidden compartment, which is really, really cool. So if you're getting your husband a Ridge wallet, add that on. It's like, I think it was less than 20 bucks to add it on. It was super cheap, but do that because he's loved it. He didn't know he wanted it, but then after he got it, he's like, oh yeah, that is really cool. So, wifey for the win there. Now these next two things are for your golf loving guys in your life. So this is a little putting tee, putting green that you can set up in the backyard. So if they want to practice their putting and driving and stuff like that, they can use this practice net. It's about $50, which I think isn't too shabby for that. It comes with different like grass thicknesses, so it kind of simulates being on the different turfs out on the course. So that's pretty cool. And then another thing, and I was just very intrigued by this. I don't personally play golf myself, but it's this thing and it like measures your drives, and it is a golf GPS speaker thing with touchscreen, and it tells you how far you like drove the ball. I think that's how you say it, but it's like, it's very interesting. It's just under $200, so it's kind of a pricier thing, but I'm like, that sounds so interesting, because I'm like, if I'm playing golf, like I would want to know how far like I just like drove this ball over there. Like, I don't know what the technical term is for it, I apologize, but that just sounds cool. And if I was nerdy and into golf, that sounds like something I would like. Back to the car guys in your life though, these two sets are from Chemical Guys. They're like a car washing detail company, and they have some awesome stuff, like even cleaning out my car. I love to use the Chemical Guys stuff. You can pick it up at Walmart, or they do have these starter sets. This one is just under, I think, $40, and it's kind of a basic set. It comes with some cloths for cleaning and then a few of the products. And then this is like a complete-ish starter set. It comes with cloths and this little mitt that you can wash the car with, and it also has the fancy Chemical Guys bucket. My husband and my brother have these, and they have this little tray that goes in the bottom where the dirt can fall through. So when you put your wash like cloth or your sponge or whatever back into the soapy water, the dirt and debris fall to the bottom, so you're not picking up more dirt and you're actually kind of cleaning it before, so you're not scratching the car. I have listened to a lot of this stuff, can you tell? But that is one of those things that they absolutely love, their stuff from Chemical Guys, and that was actually something on a lot of you guys' list for your husbands, or your husbands wanted it. So these are seriously some awesome gifts. Now for the gamers, if you're wanting a console, something like that, my husband, before we had kids, he loved playing Xbox games and things like that. And just as we've had kids, we've just been so busy with life and being a family that a lot of the stuff that we used to like to do kind of just fell by the wayside. So for Father's Day last year or Christmas, I forget, I got him this Nintendo Switch. So this one is really cool because this exact model will actually be both a handheld player, so he can play it by himself. You can pull off the remotes and multiple people can play. Like my daughter Lucy, who is 5, is starting to love playing this, and he's actually got some like little Disney games and Paw Patrol and stuff like that, so she can play video games with him. And then they also has the option to be able to like hook it up to the TV, so it'll work on the big screen. So like a regular PlayStation 5 or 4 or whatever it is now that we're onto, or a regular Xbox or anything like that that you would hook in and play on the TV. It kind of does the best of both worlds, which is pretty cool. And so you get a little bit more of a variety with this Nintendo Switch, the OLED. But that model is great, and he has absolutely loved his, and he loves playing it. The girls love playing it with him, so that one's pretty cool too. Now for the techie guys in your life, the Apple AirPods are a great one. And then for those that are into filming and doing stuff like that, we love this camera. We have been using it for vlogging, and my husband can mount it on his hat. It has a little hat clip, so he can like film from his perspective from the hat, or it actually has a necklace mount, so you can mount it onto the necklace. It magnetizes to it, so you can wear it, or we'll put it on our girls. And so those are techie things. My husband like loves both of these things, so if they're techie, film, that sort of thing, these can be some really cool little gadgets. So they are on the pricier side. The headphones are just under 200, and then the camera is just over 400. But depending on your budget, these could be things. I'm not here to get into budget. I'm just here sharing things, and obviously what you spend is kind of up to you. Another thing that my husband has and absolutely loves is his fox knife. If you have a pocket knife guy in your family, in your life, these are really nice. They are pricey knives, but his has been so great, has held up great. It sharpens well, and he has really loved it. So if you're looking for a pocket knife, a really nice one, my husband loves his. So I can recommend it because he has it, he uses it, he loves it. I would have like got it out and showed you, but I probably would have cut myself with the thing, to be perfectly honest. So I'm just gonna show a picture of it to be safe. So that is the pocket knife. Now we're on, like, I feel so silly even pointing this out, but apparently this is a really, really, really nice FPV drone. And it's the $1,600 thing that's on the list, but it's this one. And it is apparently extremely nice, gets extremely good reviews. And it's like, if you're like a pro kind of FPV drone person, this is it. So I don't even know what else to say about it. It's expensive, it's really cool. Probably nobody watching this video is gonna buy it, but if you do, hey, that's great. But he's like, this is so cool, we gotta put it on the list, babe. And I'm like, okay. This is a men's gift guide. I am not a man. I don't fully know what you like, what you would want. So we're just gonna go with this. Another thing though, that's not $1,600, it's actually under $100, that my husband has and loves is this flashlight. It's an O-light, and it is rechargeable, really cool flashlight, and he has worn his out. He's used it every single day, and it is extremely, extremely bright. So if you need something like bright, like you need to see, this thing's awesome. It has a laser pointer, it has all these different things to it. It has multiple brightnesses, and it is awesome. It holds a charge for quite a while too, so it's not like every couple days you're having to charge it. His can go for weeks at a time without needing to be charged, and he uses his almost daily, if not daily. So these lights are really cool and definitely worth the investment. All right, we're coming to the end, you guys, of the list, but these melon hats. They are on my husband's wish list, and they are a waterproof hat. So if your hubby is into exercising, he's outside and he's working, sweating, doing water activities in the summertime, or anything like that, these are apparently really, really cool with being waterproof, so they don't get as sweaty and dirty and stained and things as some of the other hats. So very curious to see about these, but they get extremely good reviews, so they're on my hubby's wish list, so I'm sharing them with you guys too. And then last but not least, if you have a musician in your life, this is also on my hubby's wish list, and that is this guitar pedal. So you can plug your guitar into it, it makes it sound a certain way, and it's really cool. Apparently it sounds awesome, and it's under $40, which is pretty good for a guitar pedal. Some of those can range from around $40 to up into the hundreds. This is one on his list, so sharing it with you guys if you're wanting to get something different for your musician, guitar loving guy in your life. That is an option. So I know nothing about that. I do not play guitar, but it's something, again, it's on my hubby's wish list. So he helped me come up with a lot of these, thankfully, and a lot of you guys actually helped with a lot of these too. So hopefully this video though has given you some ideas of something you can get for a guy in your life, because I know they are not one size fits all. These fellas are not bathrobes, and so it is very differing depending on what they're interested in and what they like. But I will have this and even more on the men's gift guide list down below. You can click on that and scroll through. Everything I've mentioned in the video and then some is down there, so I will have that below. But thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to click that thumbs up button and red subscribe button if you haven't already. I'd love to be your virtual Christmas bestie and cleaning bestie the rest of the year, but that is gonna do it for today. And now that you've made it to the end of the video, you're now part of the honorary end of the video club. With that, I would love if you would leave me some Christmas emojis. That way I know you're part of the secret club. And I want to know who the hardest person in your life to shop for is. I'm curious to know. I know a lot of times people say their husbands or men in their life, but I want to know what the hardest one for you is. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.